Alright guys, today's goal, solving systems equations by elimination. Alright, so elimination. You need to get everything lined up as like x plus y equals a number, whatever x plus y equals a number. So the first thing I'm going to do here, as I look at this, subtract the y. So I have 2x minus y equals 11. Now with this one, subtract the y. So I get 5x minus y equals 26. Now what we have to do is line them up. So the first thing I check, can I add them together and have something cancel? Is 2 plus 5 0? No. Is negative 1 plus negative 1 0? No. So I can't add. So try just subtracting. 2 minus 5 is not 0, but negative 1 minus negative 1 is. So we can just subtract them. So 2 minus 5 is negative 3. That's 0. 11 minus 26, negative 15. Divide by negative 3. You get x equals 5. Now, what I do is I go back to the originals, pick one of them, plug it in. And I'm just going to do the y plus 11 equals 2x. So y plus 11 equals 2 times 5. So y plus 11 equals 10. Subtract the 11, you get y equals negative 1. So they meet at one point, and the point is 5, negative 1. To check it, you can plug it back in. So if I look, 2 times 5 minus negative 1 equals 11. 10 plus 1 equals 11. Check, and plug it in the other one and check as well if you want to. Okay? Alright, so there's the solving by elimination. Let's do some more of these. Alright, so these ones are already lined up, so just copy them down. So we copied them down. Is 1 plus 3 0? Is 4 plus 5 0? No. 1 minus 3? No. 4 minus 5? No. So that's when you have to change one. So I got to get them equal to each other. Can I multiply 1 and have it by a whole number and have it equal 3? Yes. I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. And then bring it down, and then I'm going to bring it down here. So you get 3x plus 12y equals 48. Alright, and then what you need to do after that is to bring it down and copy. So 3x plus 5y equals 20. Subtract. 3 minus 3 is 0. 12 minus 5, 7y. 48 minus 20, 28. Divide by 7, you get y equals 4. Now, I would just go back. Don't use the one here. Go back to the original and say x plus 4 times 4 equals 16. Because see how I substituted the y value in. X plus 16 equals 16. X equals 0. So our point is 0, 4. Okay? Let's do another one. Alright, so this one gets a little ugly, because see how you have a fraction here? What's the common denominator? 3. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it down here. I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. So you get negative 4x plus 3y equals 1. Because 3 divided by 3 here is 1, and then 3 times y is 3y. 3 divided by 3 is the 1. Okay? Now bring this equation under. So you have 3x minus 2y equals 3. Can I add or subtract and get anything to cancel? No. Can I multiply 4 and have it equal 3? Or 3 and have it equal 2? No. So that means we've got to multiply both. So I see I have one negative and one positive here, so I'm just going to get them to equal 12. So I'm going to multiply this one by 3 and this one by 4, because that'll get them equal, and we'll see, watch. So for the first one here, I get negative 12x plus 9y equals 3. And then distribute here, you get 12x minus 8y equals 12. Add them together. Why am I adding? Because negative 12 plus 12 is 0. So those cancel. 9 plus negative 8 is y. 3 plus 12, 15. So y is 15. Now, if you wanted to, you could go and plug it into the first one, but I don't want to deal with the fraction, so I'm going to take it, plug it into the second. So 3x minus 2 times 15 equals 3. 3x minus 30 equals 3. Add the 30. 3x equals 33. Divide by 3. X equals 11. So our final answer is 11, 15. Okay? Let's take a look at another one. Alright, so I look. Can I multiply one and have it equal the other? Can you multiply 12 and have it equal 24? Yeah, 2. So multiply this first one up here by 2. Okay, so we have 24x minus 10y equals 4. Copy down the other one. Negative 24x plus 10y equals 6. Add them together. You get 24 plus negative 24, 0. Negative 10 plus 10, 0. 4 plus 6, 10. Is 0 equal to 10? No, so that means no solution. So let's take a look at another. Alright, so remember we say, do anything equal? No. Can I multiply one and have it equal the other? Can I multiply 2 and have it equal 6? Yes. What did you multiply by? 3. So 3 and 3. So you get negative 6x plus 9y equals 27. 6x minus 9y equals negative 27. Add these ones. Negative 6 plus 6, 0. 9 plus negative 9, 0. 27 plus is 0 equal to 0? Yes. Then the answer is infinite number of solutions, because they're the same line, okay? So let's take a look at some more. Now we're going to be getting into word problems. Okay, these you're going to want to watch because there's probably going to be one exactly like it on the test. Okay. Alright, this is one I see often on the tests and quizzes. It says, Irish Spector, a chemist, wants to mix X liters of 40% acid with solution with Y liters of 35% acid solution to obtain 100 liters of a 38% acid solution. How much of each solution does he need to use? So they told us this was X, this was Y. Here's the thing. Equation 1. X plus Y equals 100. And then, here's the nice thing. You don't have to worry about the decimal form here. So watch. You can just say the 40% times X plus the 35% times y equals, now this is the tricky part, you ended with 38% and you have the 100 liters. Because remember, x is the amount of 40% solution, 35, y is the amount of 35. See how you're doing 40 times the number of liters, 35 times the number of liters, 38 times the total liters, okay? So now, if we line these up, you get x plus y equals 100, and then you have 40x plus 35y equals 3,800, because I multiplied by the 100. So I'm going to get rid of the x's, so I'm going to multiply this by 40, and I would get 40x plus 40y equals 4,000. Subtract. Those are gone, and you get negative 5y equals negative 200, or 2,000. Divide by negative 5. Nope, I was right. It was 200, not 2,000. Divide by negative 5, you get y equals 40. Now don't go back to these ones. Go back to this. Just x plus y is 100. X plus 40 is 100. Subtract the 40. X equals 60. Now let's look back. We ended with a 38% solution, and we mixed 40 and 35. Which one is it closer to? Well, 38 is closer to 40. Was there more 40% than 30% than 35%? Yes, so that's good. So now let's go down, because we got to check this. Now here's the thing. This should be 60 liters. 40 liters. Do not forget to label, or you will lose points on quizzes and tests. Let's take a look at another word problem. To open a small business, you need an initial investment of $85,000. Each week, costs will be $7,400. Your projected weekly revenue is $8,100. How many weeks will it take you to break even? Hint, break even means equals 0. Alright, so we could do a system of equations here, but to me, we need to just figure out how much are we profiting. So right now our costs are $7,400, but our revenue is $8,100. So if you think about weeks here, we are profiting $8,100 minus the $7,400. So you're making $700 a week. Okay, well we need $700 times the number of weeks to equal, well, they want you to break even. So what was the initial investment? $8,500. So it equals $8,500 divided by the 700. You get W equals 121.428571. Well, but now they need the number of weeks, so it's past the 121st week. It doesn't matter that it's a 4. The final answer would be 122 weeks. Okay? Alright, let's look at another one. Alright, so here, let's read the problem. It says a total of $20,000 is invested in 2 bonds that pay 8% and 9% simple interest. The annual interest is $1,675. How much investment in each bond? Okay, so x, y, equation 1, x plus y equaled 20,000. Not 200,000. Nope, that's 20,000. We're good. And then here's the thing. You got to go the decimal form. 0.8x plus 0.09y equaled the 1675. But now let's just get rid of it. So you got to go 100, 100. So you get 8x plus 9y equals 6167500. Now you can move it over here. multiply this one by 8. So you get 8x plus 8y equals 160,000. Subtract, you get y equals, because 8 minus 8 is 0, 7,500. So the 7,500 was the dollar amount. And so then now just go back up to here. Go back up to this one and plug it in. So you have x plus 7,500 equals 20,000. So subtract the 7,500, you get 12,500. So we go down to the bottom, and it was $12,500 and $7,500. Don't forget to label. Let's look at some more word problems. We got 3 more to go. Alright, so it says a truck travels at 4 hours at an average speed of 42 miles per hour. How much longer must the truck travel to average 55 miles per hour so that the average speed for the whole trip is 50 miles per hour? Okay, so here's the thing. Remember, distance equals rate times time. So we know distance-wise he did 4 hours at 42 miles per hour. Plus he's going to be going 55 miles per hour for X amount of time. So we'll call that T. And that's going to equal the 50 miles per hour times T plus 4, because that's what you would average. Okay, so we'll set that up and solve now. Because we can set, the reason this works is they're both going the same distance. It's just he started with 42 miles per hour for 4 hours, and then he's going 55 miles per hour for T hours. But the whole trip he wanted to average the 50, so it's the T plus the 4. Okay? So now we do 4 times 42. So you get 168 plus 55t equals 50t plus 200. So subtract the 50t, subtract the 168, and you get 5t equals 32. Divide by 5, you get t equals 6.4 hours. Okay, now if you wanted to be real awesome, maybe some potential extra credit on a quiz or something, you would convert that 0.4 hours to minutes, and you would say it's 6 hours 24 minutes. Okay? Alright, let's look at another one. It says an SUV costs $26,225 and costs an average 18 cents per mile to maintain. A hybrid mile SUV costs $33,280 and costs an average 13 cents per mile to maintain. After how many miles will the cost of gas of the SUV exceed the cost of the hybrid? So here's another example of where we're just going to need to figure out when they're going to equal each other again, and then we'll say it's going to after this many miles. Okay, so you have the SUV is costing $26,225 plus 18 cents per mile, and that's we want to know when it's going to equal the $33,280 plus 13 cents per mile. Okay? So subtract the 0.13, subtract the 26,225, and so then we would get 0.05 m equals 7,055, divided by 0.05, and you would get the miles is 141,100 miles. Okay? So let's take a look at one more problem. Alright, so if we look at this, it says an airplane is flying headwind travels 3,000 miles in 6 hours and 15 minutes. On the return flight, the same distance is traveled in 6 hours. Find the speed of the plane in still air and the speed of the wind, assuming that both remain constant throughout the trip. Okay, so let's look at this. So remember, we're going to be using, again, distance equals the rate times the time. Now, see here how it says 6 hours, 15 minutes is 6.25 hours. The way you get that is 15 divided by 60, because there's 60 minutes an hour, is 0.25. Okay? So here's the thing. If we just said 3,000 equals, so the distance equals, we don't know the rate, times 6.25. Okay? Solve that for the rate. So divide by the 6.25. You get the rate going that way was 480 miles per hour. But that's going into the wind, so we still have to figure out something else. But if we look at the second one, we still know it's 3,000 miles. We don't know the rate going backwards, and we also know it's 6 hours. So now do the 3,000 divided by the 6, and you get that this rate is 500 miles per hour. Okay? So, to get what the wind is, since it's the same wind, okay, what we need to do is you just go 500 minus 480 and divide it by 2. So you get 20 divided by 2 is 10 miles per hour. So the speed of the plane was 490. The wind speed was 10. Okay? I know this has been a long one, but we are done. But you guys need to watch these word problems. Make sure you understand how to set things up here.